Hello my friends, how was your day? And what game are you playing on your PS5 or PS4 right now? In this video I have prepared a list of the best games for PS5 and PS4, so get ready to get rid of your old games. Come check the list. Tchia. Tchia is a charming indie gem set to arrive on PS5 sometime in 2023. From developer Mousepad, the open-world tropical adventure is inspired by New Caledonia, and includes some very interesting abilities, such as soul-jumping power that lets protagonist Tchia take control of objects and animals. During the PlayStation showcase, we got to see how you can become a dog and even a coconut as you explore the sandbox world. Along with free climbing and playing a tune on your ukulele, Tchia certainly looks like one to watch out for. Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart is an FPS video game with action role-playing elements. The combat in the game consists of shooting and slashing with improvised weapons. A wide variety of enemies is featured, which may be mechanical, biomechanical, biological, and some of which are airborne. There is a crafting system where the weapons can be pieced together from metal parts that can be detached from robots or taken from household appliances. Weapons can also be upgraded via a mechanic called cassettes. Ammo in the game is scarce, and there is a sneaking option. Quick-time events are also featured in the game. The player wears a special glove, the polymer glove, which grants him powers such as telekinesis, freezing, and electricity to defeat his foes. Its powers can be combined with both melee and ranged weapons.
It has to.
Resident Evil 4 Remake. Resident Evil 4 Remake is a survival horror game developed and published by Capcom.
No fucking way.
Resident Evil 4 is a remake of the 2005 game of the same name. It will feature over-the-shoulder, third-person shooter gameplay similar to the original game, while drawing from the remakes of Resident Evil 2, 2019, and Resident Evil 3, 2020. In an innovative step to the Resident Evil series, Resident Evil 4 will be the first game to offer 6 optional control schemes, including one that is styled after the control scheme in the original game. Resident Evil 4 features modernized and improved visuals compared to the original, with a tenser atmosphere, improved character designs and enhanced backgrounds. In combat, Leon can roundhouse kick enemies to push them away, as well as new parry mechanics which include blocking attacks from a chainsaw with a knife. Like a Dragon Ishin. Accused of murdering someone he holds dear, this lowly samurai from a backwater land renounces his name and goes into hiding. To find the true killer's identity, Ryoma must conceal himself among the wolves of the infamous Shinsengumi. Taking the alias Saito Hajime, it isn't long before he winds up embroiled in the political schemes and savage violence that will reshape the country and give rise to legends. Don the clothes and weaponry of the elite to become the samurai of legend, Sakamoto Ryoma. Draw your blade and join the revolution in this heated historical adventure. Simultaneously wield the weapons of war from the east and the west. Combine bullets and blades in a furious dance which will doom and disorient any who dare to challenge you. Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. Wo Long Fallen Dynasty is an action role-playing video game developed by Team Ninja and published by Koei Tecmo. Wo Long Fallen Dynasty is a dramatic, action-packed story of a nameless militia soldier fighting for survival in a dark fantasy version of the later Han Dynasty where demons plague the Three Kingdoms. Players fight off deadly creatures and enemy soldiers using swordplay based on the Chinese martial arts, attempting to overcome the odds by awakening the true power from within. Defeat deadly enemies to boost morale and awaken the power from within. Overcome adversity through unique new strategies, including battle styles based on the 5 phases. If you get killed, your morale rank will decrease, and the same can be said for the enemy. Different from a level-based progression system, Wo Long's morale rank indicates not how strong the player is, but how that strength compares to your enemies. It not only increases but can also decrease, which makes becoming stronger a completely different process. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. While Sackboy may have been cut from the cloth of the Little Big Planet games before it, A Big Adventure feels far closer to the likes of Super Mario 3D World, both in structure and design. Levels are generally wide-paced, isometric dioramas for you and up to 3 friends to run all over, grabbing point bubbles, beating up baddies, and hunting for collectibles as you do. It also drops the level editor or community sharing that have been iconic to the Little Big Planet series, instead focusing on telling a simple story about Sackboy trying to save Craftworld from the evil Vex. The story is a cute if generic tale, but Sackboy's sense of style and presentation is intoxicating. A non-stop slew of fun, feel-good stages made out of cardboard cutouts and other household objects.
Good morning.
You start seeing things.
The Last Worker.
Zach, where am I? This is not... I'm not...
The Last Worker is an immersive narrative adventure centered around a lone worker's last stand in an increasingly automated world.
And squeeze the trigger. Now reel it in. It's just like...
Kurt works for the world's largest retailer and is forced to choose between capitalism or activism. The game is set in a lonely, oppressive but strangely beautiful environment, with characters designed by comics legend Mick McMahon.
Look at the dispatch point. Big and blue and hungry for products. Go chuck it in, buddy.
Like that?
Boom! Swish! Oh, look. Baby V.
And his kind.
Tales of Iron.
Tread swamps from whence they came.
Tales of Iron is an epic RPG adventure with punishingly brutal combat. As Red G, heir to the throne, you must embark on a perilous quest to reclaim your kingdom. Explore a deceivingly charming world. Assemble a band of brave companions. Banish the merciless Frog Clan. With the tyrannical Greenwort now defeated, King Reggie's vast lands chime with celebration. But the recently crowned savior isn't free to rest easy on his throne just yet. As decreed by an ancient rat tradition, the new king must prove his worth. In a deadly trial of combat, defeat the most lethal warriors from across the land to claim the key to the old king's room. Citizen Sleeper. Citizen Sleeper is a 2022 role-playing video game by Jump Over the Age and published by Fellow Traveler for macOS, Microsoft Windows, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X on the 5th of May 2022. It is also set to release for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on the 31st of March 2023. In order to progress the plot, survive, and escape the eye, the player rolls a number of dice each in-game day. These dice are then placed into different tasks, where higher numbers generally indicate better outcomes. Lower numbers generally are useful on the data cloud side of the station, which allow the player to gather intelligence on the activities of the various factions. Higher numbers generally lead to better outcomes throughout the rest of the game. The player must constantly work in order to feed themselves and care for their degrading robot body, which requires specialized materials to upkeep. MLB The Show 23. MLB The Show 23 is a baseball video game by San Diego Studio and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, based on Major League Baseball, MLB. The game includes a new game mode, named Storylines: A New Game Experience. This mode is set to focus on the Negro Leagues. The mode will feature 8 players who played in the Negro Leagues, including Jackie Robinson, Buck O'Neil, Satchel Paige, Rube Foster, and more. The mode is a mix of gameplay and narration by Negro Leagues Baseball Museum president Bob Kendrick, highlighting moments from that player's career. For every new launch of MLB The Show, there would be a new season, featuring different players who also played in the Negro Leagues. These players would also become regular players in the other modes of the game.
Wasteland is a domain of devious creation.
Meet Your Maker. Meet Your Maker is a post-apocalyptic first-person building and raiding game where every level is designed by players. Play solo or with a friend as you mastermind devious maze-like outposts full of traps and guards, then gear up for methodical fast-paced combat raiding other players' creations. You are the custodian of the Chimera, a living experiment created as a last resort to save life on Earth.
Look closer, and you will find that no two builders are exactly alike.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to get more update about new and best games. See you in my next video.
Like a loom, spinning labyrinths to torment and confound.